What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and this is Strangers Reaction. For all you first timers out there, I am a paranormal investigator reacting to paranormal caught on tape, and we're gonna continue on with Mind Junkie. Um, I'm for the past couple of videos there. He did one compilation of 50 videos of the scariest videos throughout the year, and we've been just doing 10 videos at the time because the whole thing is practically like 2 hours and a half. So top 50 scariest ghost videos of the year that will give you nightmares. We are on number 20, The Visitor. So with no further ado, let's do this.
The next terrifying entry has been picked up and reported on by several news sites. The image, uploaded onto the subreddit Ghosts, has caused quite a stir. Amanda Pitt from Pennsylvania was awoken in the morning at 3:40 a.m. by loud, heavy footsteps. At first, she initially thought it might have been her husband Jeffrey. However, when she flicked her bedside light on, she saw that Jeffrey was fast asleep next to her. Concerned, she checked her indoor security camera feed, and what she saw made her blood run cold. A creepy figure with a distorted face can be seen standing in Amanda's kitchen doorway. But who is it? Frightened, Amanda woke her husband Jeffrey, who went downstairs to confront whoever or whatever this is. But there was nobody there, and mysteriously no physical trace that anyone had broken in. However, their dog...
Well, I mean, I paused it right here because it seems like, I'm trying to acknowledge every aspect of this photo. What I would have liked to see is the video. They said this was caught on a camera, security camera within the house. So this is what they caught. I would have, they should have just uploaded the video instead of just a frame, because the video would actually, show more. Because right now this is extremely disordered. Like, yes, we could see a figure, but who's to say that this isn't a person, right? Like, if anybody wants to present evidence of paranormal activity, it's very important to actually show the full aspect of the activity, because a frame, anything. I mean, from here it looks like, depending on who sees it, because everybody has a different mentality towards seeing a picture. It looks like it has a mask almost, like I see like a little bit of the female face over here, but then we got a Skeletor looking thing over here. I guess the most interesting thing is that obviously we see like a whole figure there. It looks like it's holding, like, I don't know, to me I see like a doll, right? I mean, this looks like a little see-through, a little transparent, but like, well, depending on the quality of the camera, with the distortion, and it's pretty hard to tell. Would I present this as far as trying to get help from anybody? No, I would rather show the video.
Ollie was noticeably distressed and pacing around the kitchen. Amanda was completely terrified by what she saw on the cameras that night and kept checking the cameras, expecting whatever this is to return. Commenters on the subreddit Ghosts are mostly in agreement that the image is pretty damn terrifying, with the top commenter saying, "Real person or not, that is one terrifying picture, lol." But the question remains, just what did Amanda's indoor CCTV capture that night? Drop a comment below with your thoughts.
All right, number 19. So you guys already know my standpoint. We're going to try and get this through because, it's been a couple of days. I'll probably record the 10 to finish down, with the same thing. I'm just trying to knock this mind junkie out of the way, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there with great compilation content of paranormal content that I want to get to. So, but this is very entertaining. Mind junkie is one of my favorite YouTubers that does compilation videos. We have Bizarre Bub, we have a bunch of others. So, this is gonna be fun. Let's go.
This next set of creepy clips come from the TikTok account Celsa Ann, who claims her home is haunted. Celsa says that strange, unexplainable things have been happening around her home for some time, mostly in their bathroom. Creepy noises wake her in the night, objects move by themselves, and taps would randomly turn on. In an attempt to find answers, Celsa decided to record all the activity she could and upload them to her TikTok page, hoping someone could help her. This is what they showed.
Okay, so I have been trying to catch this on video for at least 2 weeks now. I have been seeing things move. Everybody thinks I'm nuts. I know what I saw. There's nobody here. My doggy. Okay.
May I add that having a pet is it's actually very helpful, because pets has a sensitivity, not just dogs. We got cats, even damn near fishes have some sensitivity to paranormal activity.
Okay. Come on, ghost. If there's a ghost in this house. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Okay. Oh my god, I told you. Okay.
I have a red flag as far as I'm not really noticing any particular involvement with the dog. The dog would definitely, or should have, reacted in a way, probably growling in the background or something, because dogs, especially dogs, because they have a higher sensitivity, they would react. There's many videos out there and many experiences, many stuff with dogs reacting to paranormal activity, whether or not it's good or bad. The fact that the dog is just just chilling, a bit of a red flag. Let's continue. Let's see what's up.
Oh my god!
Celsa asks whoever or whatever is haunting her home to make itself known, and then a drawer slowly opens all by itself. Horrified, she approaches cautiously, and then the drawer closes shut somehow on its own. TikTok viewers were skeptical, so Celsa uploads a video taken on a camera she had set up when all the activity started happening weeks before. In this next clip, Celsa is relaxing at home all alone in bed when she's disturbed by noises coming from the bathroom.
You scared?
The dog is reacting a bit.
Sometimes you hear noises, sometimes things get thrown off the counter. I just want to make sure that you see nothing, because this is really creepy. I'm so over it. Come on, John, hurry up and get home.
That's some Ghostbusters stuff, right? In the library. First and foremost, like if you are experiencing certain paranormal activity and you want help, you're just gonna get criticized by putting stuff like this up on the net. It's almost like putting out your dirty laundry for strangers to see. If you are looking for help in every state, I would argue in every city, in every, county, you will find, with a little bit of research, because you're not just going to invite any paranormal investigator, because not everybody would, take certain things seriously, as, real paranormal investigators would know within the paranormal field. But yeah, I would definitely get some help through there instead of putting this particular video up on the net and see what people will say, because there are ways, mechanical ways to make the drawers go back in and out. Not saying that this is that particular incident, but I'm just saying people, especially people on social media, right away I gravitate towards that. They want attention, they want the clicks, they want the follows, especially for TikTok, knowing that platforms like TikTok and YouTube and all of these places, like after you get a certain amount of follows and a certain amount of likes and all, you can actually potentially get paid for it. So just knowing that information, it kind of throws you off a little bit of balance on believing this video 100%. But the fact of the matter is, if you are worried, if you are scared and you want some help, this isn't the way to do it by putting this particular video up, because honestly, it's just drawers opening and closing, which could be done mechanically. But cahoots to her, because if this is real paranormal activity, then she got balls, man.
I don't want to touch it. That's just the cat box.
The mechanical stuff is not going to be there. It's going to be within the drawers. Like, to actually see, we would have to take the drawer out. If she doesn't do that, then, we could believe whatever we want. It could be mechanical. The whole drawer got to come out, which shouldn't be difficult to do anyway. All you got to do is pull out.
I'm going to go live as soon as John gets here, because I'm creeped out.
Look, she's going to go live until her husband gets there.
The drawers suddenly open mysteriously by themselves before closing shut. In this next clip, Selsa's daughter witnesses the activity firsthand.
Mom! Where is it? Okay. Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. Oh my god! Mama!
The daughter can be seen looking.
Sometimes I tend to say a lot that, that I would, I gravitate more towards believing a video when it includes like a baby or, like very young children. I would say up until the age of 5, 6, that they're the most innocent. But, she's old enough that she could be part. I mean, I'm not saying it is. But she's old enough that all of this could be just, a charade. Again, I'm not saying it is, but we know of people that will do just about anything for the clicks. I mean, even within the paranormal field, there are people that would fake evidence, that would overreact. I mean, we see overreaction of paranormal activity on television all the time. So
looking for something in the bathroom. Then the drawer slides open all on its own, startling her, and without a second thought, she flees the bathroom in fear. TikTok viewers were left creeped out by these videos uploaded by Celsa Ann, with many commenters showing sympathy and suggesting a range of solutions from burning sage around her home to moving out entirely. However, skeptics argue it's all just for views, but the sheer terror on her daughter's face tells a different story. But what do you think? Is Celsa Ann's home haunted by an unseen entity, or is it all just for views? I'm eager to hear your thoughts on this one.
Number 18. So before we continue, I'm just going to say this. Not every paranormal activity is a demon. Not every paranormal activity is a bad spirit. Be cautious. Be aware of your surroundings. You know, even for paranormal investigators, when you go out into the field, you know, that's why most, you know, I'm going to say professional paranormal investigators, they're not going to go in with the intent of, oh my God, what's going to happen? No, professional paranormal investigators will go in there even on the line of skepticism just to, you know, debunk certain paranormal activity. Because if you could debunk it, if anything could debunk it, then it is not paranormal. Now, if you get a paranormal piece of evidence, then guess what? It's paranormal. So, you know, we all just gotta pay attention, be aware of our surroundings, and be aware. Just don't go in there yelling it's an evil spirit just because something is opening and closing a drawer.
There have been a lot of discussions about alien life and UFOs lately, so I thought I'd feature a compelling video caught on camera during a huge lightning storm in Arizona this year.
Oh, look right there. Ooh. Look. Look at the way it looks. Look.
Damn commercials. Commercials be cutting in at the worst possible state. I'm forever gonna complain about this because YouTube used to be more considerate. But anyway, this is very awesome. I'm actually, you know, I am collaborating with some folks in Australia. They are amazing people. They run a podcast, The Shadow Files. They're on YouTube. Make sure you guys check them out. And they are into all types of paranormal. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, paranormal is not just ghouls and goblins. Paranormal is anything that is not normal. So, you know, they talk about aliens. They talk about, you know, cryptids, you know, creatures, you know, monsters, all of the good stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys catch them on the Shadow Files podcast.
Do y'all see that?
I'm gonna send them this.
That's a UFO, bro.
It is awesome.
What is that?
That's a fucking UFO.
Look at that.
Oh shit.
You see it?
Yeah, it looks like
Man, I'm trying to catch it because it actually looks like there is almost like windows, right? Like it looks like it has like a windows and it's clear, like I keep on pausing like a mini second later, but I can't even tell. Like right over here looks kind of, you know, that almost like if we was to conduct a, you know, mechanically a spacecraft, the window would be exactly right here.
What is that?
You see it? Oh man, that was clear.
what the f-
Captured on camera by Arizona residents amidst a ferocious lightning storm. Something peculiar emerges when the footage is magnified. Bathed in the bright, erratic flashes of lightning, a mysterious floating thing can
Right
be
there is like the
seen,
window.
but what exactly are we looking at? The debate on this video is swift and heated.
Not for nothing, but I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know nothing about, you know, natural you know, events, but this seems to me like a, you know, like a phenomenon, right? Like I've never seen lightning, thunder, you know, reacting like this. It's just a constant, you know, electricity battle going up there.
Many firmly argue it's an extraterrestrial craft, a UFO captured in real time. Yet, a considerable number attribute it to a natural phenomenon, the lenticular cloud. Lenticular clouds, for those unfamiliar.
Very similar, you guys. Unfortunately, that's it. You know, when you try and prove the paranormal, regardless of what it is, if there is just a piece of information that could just change a person's perspective, it's done. Just chuck it. You know, you can't really use it. You know, and this looks very similar. Lenticular cloud. I've never heard of this phrase, but it looks very similar of what we saw. I mean,
The lens-shaped clouds that typically develop on the downward side of a mountain or other geographical features that disrupt the flow of air. When the conditions are just right, moist air flows along the surface of the earth and meet these obstructions. As the air rises, it cools and condenses into these stunning saucer-like formations. Their peculiar shape often leads them to be mistaken for UFOs. But the real question lingers, is this a mere atmospheric marvel or something beyond our understanding? Share your thoughts.
It looks amazing. If it's real, I always say that before I leave this life, I would just love to experience, like freaking like an undeniable, there is a spacecraft in the sky, like, some Independence Day events without all the chaos. Like, but if it happens, hey, bring it. Like, the world is getting crazier and crazier. Maybe we need a reset, but definitely I would love to experience something like that before I go. Number 17.
You don't need to be alone in the dark to have a terrifying encounter with the paranormal. This man, working in a kitchen, had people all around him when this horrifying moment happened.
Whoa. Whoa. I like
As
this.
the man stirs the food, he's suddenly pulled back by something.
I like this, and the reason why is that if you pay attention, and I would say that anybody with decent upper body strength could probably do this, but their hands would be on the counter while doing something like this. Doable, right? But the fact that the only reason why he placed his hands on the counter was because his legs was already sliding backwards, and it even seemed that it was getting levitated. So even if a person with upper body strength would try and orchestrate this, it just the movement alone seems unhumanly possible.
We can't see. If we zoom in, we can see the man's feet suddenly lift off the floor before he floats backwards in the air.
There's no way.
The man, clearly shaken and confused by what's just happened, looks around to see what did it. TikTok viewers have been left creeped out by this video, with many agreeing with user Eliza Lou that at first it looks like he slipped, but after watching it again, it looks like something is holding his leg. But what do you think happened here? Let me know in the comments section.
So first of all, I like that video. I mean, I can't even process how that could be done. There's people walking around, so let's eliminate anything, any strings or anything being used. Obviously that is, I would say humanly impossible that this guy would be able to do something like this. It's awesome. It's awesome. This is one of the reasons why I love watching paranormal call on tape. You can't believe everything, but when you come across a video, it just makes everything worth it. I like this video a lot.
This next video comes from the Paranormal Investigation channel, Night Watch Exploration, where he visits an old abandoned military bunker miles out in the middle of nowhere. Prior to filming the video, there were no reports of it being haunted, but it was creepy enough to warrant a closer look, and as fate would have it, their suspicion was eerily accurate.
It did move. It did. It did move.
What the was that, man? Did it even?
God damn, my guy.
Holy bro! There's no way. Whatever that. Listen. That's just thunder. That's thunder, but what the was that?
Jesus Christ, dude. Fudge. I mean, don't get me wrong. I curse here and there, especially, you know, when driving, but god damn, bro. Like, you know, if these are, you know, paranormal investigators, you know, doing something that they love doing, and if potentially, you know, be able to help somebody, like they get reached by somebody experiencing paranormal investigating, you know, me personally, if I come across this, you know, me trying to do research, trying to find a paranormal investigator to help me, and I come across this, that guy just drops at the bottom of the list. This guy, you know, fine, you saw something. I saw it too. If I was there, you know, I've been to different locations and I've experienced things that unfortunately, you know, it's like, wow, right? Conduct yourself a little better, my guy. Jesus Christ. Yo, it's just F-bombs after. I mean, since he saw what he saw, all we heard is beeping. Can we agree to that? A little bit more professional, my guy. Yeah.
There's no way that whatever we just saw could run
through here that fast.
I mean, look how thick that bush is.
Look at this.
There's no way we would have heard. He would have been all up.
You right. But what I'm hearing also is a lot of wind. So not saying that it was that. But there is a lot of wind, you know. Unfortunately, anybody looking at this is going to say that the wind probably moved the branch. You know how sometimes you even hear branches, you know, tapping on the windows, and, you know, it sounds like knocking and all this and that. There's a lot of wind going on. Unfortunately, you know, it could have been the wind pushing something and it just came back. You know, I don't think it's that, but even if he would have caught something, you know, they're doing what you're supposed to do. Just investigate, trying to get a, you know, perspective of what could it be. But it just seems like the guy is so excited that he's just jumping the gun right now, and he's not even trying to debunk. Like, he just wants, yo, what beep 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 beep.
Did you catch it? No? Well, let's stabilize the video. As the camera pans around, a strange, pale figure can be seen peeking around the doorway for a split second before it quickly ducks away out of sight. The explorers see it and rush over to it, but when they get there, the pale figure is nowhere to be seen. What really cranks up the eerie factor here is that this place is completely overgrown. There's no logical escape route for whatever that was. So did it vanish into thin air?
I gotta admit, it's a good catch. So it was a great catch. Obviously they most likely got something, because if it was, let's say if we put in the aspect that there's a lot of wind going on, you know, it was holding itself there for quite a while before it retracted, and it seems like there was a hand also on the door or whatever frame of the doorway, and, you know, as soon as he made contact, it retracted. So, you know, I kind of like the video. I just don't like how he, you know,
And as mentioned earlier, this hangar is miles out in the middle of nowhere, so it begs the question, just who or what was watching them, and where did it go? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
All right, number 15.
The next terrifying clip comes from TikTok user Danny Bees and is, in my opinion, one of the creepiest on this list. It is often said that children are more sensitive to the paranormal than adults, and that our ability to see the unknown fades as we get older. In the video, Danny's daughter and Grandma Mimi can be seen relaxing at home when all of a sudden Danny's daughter sees something.
I miss Mimi. I miss you too. I miss you too. What? Coming. What? Who's coming? Here coming. Who? Him. You see somebody back there? Him. Who? Him.
This is the perfect age to use as the example that I was trying to say earlier. Kids this age, they're so innocent that, you know, if they see something, sure, we could, you know, throw it in there as an act of an over, you know, imagination. But, you know, pay attention to your kids, because they also have the same sensibility at this age as pets right now. But they could, you know, their senses are wide open. People actually say that when you're a kid, when you're a baby this young, you actually have the sixth sense. It's just that with the years that passes by, you tend to lose it due to the reality of everything settling in. But let's see what happens.
Emma? Yeah. Where's he at? Is he in our house? Yeah. Where? Show me. Where's he at? He's right in front of you? Yep. Who is it? A guy. Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room? Yeah. Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him. This him. Take me to him. Show me. This him. Wait, let me show me. Is he right here? Yeah. He's in our dining room? Yeah. What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like? I bug. He's got bug eyes? Yeah. What are you doing in our living room, mister? Get. You go back home. You go back wherever you came from. What's he doing? Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on.
I love this. It is so heartwarming, you know, because a lot of people, they tend to, you know, shrug off a kid's, you know, imagination to the side. I personally would, if my son would, you know, this young would have been, hey, there's a monster in my closet, I am going to check it. You know, not just to, you know, make sure there's nothing in the closet, but also to give your son or daughter that's, you know, the certification that you're there to protect them no matter what. And, you know, just to make them also, you know, realize that they could come to us if there's anything going on. But if you start telling this kid, you know, just it's nothing, it's whatever, you know, just push, you know, just kind of shrugging their issues away, then you're just, you know, building up this, breaking down this communication, this trust between you and your kids. But this is very heartwarming. For a second, I thought that the grandma was gonna be like, you know, take something and just start whacking it, since it's you know, a bug-eyed. That's kind of detailed for a kid. But she played along, but she also got creeped out.
You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs.
While playing, Danny's daughter begins to look out of shot.
We have another dog that didn't really react. So, you know, I think these puppies are not, you know, keen with their senses.
And say something very ominous. He's coming. And then points to where he is, which is right in front of her. Grandma Mimi asks Danny's daughter to show her exactly where he is. But as they're walking over, Danny's daughter stops following as if she's too afraid to go over. Grandma Mimi then asks, what does he look like? To which her granddaughter chillingly says, bug eyes. Creeped out,
detailed.
Grandma Mimi takes her granddaughter upstairs. Children's inability to lie has certainly been a deciding factor when it comes to viewers determining the authenticity of this video. One TikTok commenter, Missy, says she said he had bug eyes. That's scary. Kids don't lie. Another commenter, Ty Mason, makes the eerie claim that she never changed the direction that she was pointing. She must have seen something. But the question remains, what did Danny's daughter see? And was it something we adults can't see? Use the comments to share your thoughts.
I really like that video. You know, obviously we didn't see nothing, but it's, you know, it's the reaction of the people involved that also would indicate to me if something is real or fake. So I really like that video. That kid, you know, kids don't lie. I really like that. I really like the video. I like how the lady, you know, grandma, conducted herself. You know, she wanted it to protect her grandchild. At the same time, she wanted it to, you know, make sure that, you know, the child could trust her with the communication, and also how she acted. Everything was beautiful. Love this video.
This next ghost video comes from TikTok, uploaded by Troy Legault 1. Troy says that he's been experiencing strange things around his home, specifically horrifying sounds and banging coming from the opposite side of his basement door in the attic for some time, and he suspects it could be something paranormal or a demon. Troy decides to set up CCTV cameras inside his home to document what is going on. He sets up one camera covering the basement door and one in the attic, both areas where the activity has been happening. The next morning, Troy leaves for work and his static camera pointed towards the basement records this. The ceiling fan starts spinning, then a banging noise can be heard echoing off the basement door, and suddenly the door slowly opens for a few seconds before something can be heard growling.
Jeez.
The door then slams shut. For several days, no activity is recorded. However, just over a week later, one afternoon,
So I don't know why this wouldn't be one of the creepiest videos on the list, but in the sense of, I could see why. There's too many blind spots. You know, we see that there's something moving over here. I wonder what is that. It's under the table. You know, who's not to say that there's a person under the table pushing that out, right? First of all, the knocking, I believe it was footsteps leading up to the door. There is a potential blind spot over here where, you know, you could possibly push the door, you know, make it maneuver, and that's just, you know, due to the quality of the camera, it's very easy to not see if anything is being pulled or pushed. Also, what's interesting for me is, besides that, you know, that ringing that was setting off, you know, that sound, that feedback, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure there is some way you could make that happen. I wouldn't know how, but, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, break this down. But also, I don't know, do all basements have windows? Because when the door opened, there was a pretty good gust of wind going through the whole dining room area. You see the napkins moving, even the that table skirt was all moving. So interesting. Let's see what else happens. The growl could definitely be anything. Aside from paranormal, could it be speakers?
The camera caught this.
I like how the door moved. The forcefulness of the door, it should have just swung open until it reached the end of the hinges and then it'll, bounce back, but it just stopped. It just stopped. So that is very cool. That's very interesting. Chair moves. Too many blind spots over here. We cannot go with anything that happens in this area. And nothing in this area we could go with. Under the table. Forcefully.
Knocking and growling can be heard coming from Troy's basement. Then the door violently swings open before stopping abruptly. The chairs under the dining table can then be seen moving, and then the door to the basement slams shut. But then the haunting sounds of growling and banging follows. The door swings open.
Let me point out that let's say this is real. There's a lot of indication that this is bad. First of all, growling. The knocks are in sessions of threes. The mocking of the Trinity. This seems like very all this activity, it's, we could label it as poltergeist activity, as far as, poltergeist, German is noisy ghost. All of this just leads to this activity being negative, bad stuff going on here. I would love to see if Mind Junkie has anything, to let us know what happened to this situation.
Again, and a heavy bench then slams into the wall. After this recording, the activity again dies down for several days. Almost 2 weeks later, this happens.
2 weeks later? 2 weeks later? The heck? Let's see something. 2 weeks later. Look at the table. 2 weeks later. This guy doesn't clean at all. Like, is this... I know if there was a woman in this household, the 2 weeks later, that table should have looked a lot different, right? First of all, I'm sorry, guys. We have this earphones over here, and then it's moved 2 weeks later on the other side. Instead of one cup is two. The comic book stacks, the stack of comic books is actually just moved position, but the same comic, it's on top. I mean, wow, man. Shit. The book bag is still there. 2 weeks later, the book bag is still there. Oh, man. Jeez. Anyway, sorry.
2 weeks later, this happens.
Forcefully. Nice. The reason why I say nice is because the way it was pushed, it was very forcefully. I mean, regardless of, of how much that chair could possibly weigh, unless somebody under the table pushed it, but those invisible strings that people like to use to fake videos, that would have snapped with the force. And then the fact that it just took a whole different direction is interesting. But again, it's still doable. Same thing over here. Anything under the table, we have to dismiss. What the heck? Everything is moving. Is that a toy gun? That's cool. That has to be a toy gun. Can't be real, because that would have been the first thing I would have grabbed if it was a real one. Walking into my house like this. I don't know. Sometimes red flags arises for me when I understand that as a man you want to protect your house, you want to clear the area, but you come home, you find your house in disarray, all messed up. Yet you don't arm yourself before going down to the basement. I mean, even if it was in the basement, let's say you want to clear the house, make sure there's nobody home. I mean, you would, grab something, anything, an umbrella, anything. But he's walking around, with nothing, just, God will. That's, first of all, that's very dangerous. You protect yourself at all times if you have a bad feeling of any type of intruder. I don't care about what's going on in the US today, but whoever's in your house, they are putting their lives at risk because you are in somebody else's house. So anything goes, guys, anything goes. Huh. There was a knock behind him which made him pop out.
A chair slides out from under the table and then slides in a different direction. Another chair then moves out somehow on its own. Troy arrives home and is confused with why the chairs are there. He checks the house for burglars, but all looks clear. So he ventures down to the basement, but then the door slams shut right behind him. Creeped out, he races back out. Convinced the activity is something paranormal, Troy decides to check the camera footage from the attic to see if it had captured anything up there, and well, it seems like it did. Orbs can be seen floating around the room, then a little door in the wall slowly slides open before closing shut. TikTok viewers have been left creeped out by these videos uploaded by Troy Legault 1.
Honestly, that's the only thing that really catches me. Like, unfortunately, all of this could be orchestrated. All of it. Right? But I find it very interesting how that door opens forcefully and stops abruptly. Like, that is interesting to me.
Many are convinced that the unsettling footage he's captured and uploaded to his page provides undeniable evidence of paranormal activity, speculating that a malevolent poltergeist may inhabit his home. But what's your take? Is Troy truly being haunted by something sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Very cool. Very cool.
This unsettling photo was captured and uploaded to the subreddit Ghosts by user Quazo Amore. Quazo Amore explains that while walking past an old abandoned building in their hometown, they noticed something unusual in one of the windows. Thinking it was a Halloween decoration, they took a photo, and when they took a closer look, they realized that it's something far more creepy. At the very top of the tall window, a pale face with dark hollow-looking eyes can be seen peering out. The perplexed uploader says that when they looked up at the window again after taking the photo, the face was gone. And what makes this even more creepy is that the uploader even returned to the window multiple times, but never saw anything unnerving in the window again. Users of the subreddit Ghost are completely convinced that this is actual photographic evidence of something supernatural. Whatever the explanation, I find this image undeniably sinister. But more importantly, what's your take on this creepy photo? Comment and let me know.
Well, first of all, it is a creepy photo. Unfortunately, I've said this before and I'll repeat it. It is a creepy photo, but a photo is just capturing that moment in time. So as far as the creepy meter is concerned, yeah, it's all the way creepy. But you know, for us paranormal investigators, we like to take a session of multiple pictures at a time. You know, because it could be a mask. Could be, right? And, you know, you take through a session of 3 or even more pictures, but you're always going to take, you know, the picture in question, the before and after. So that way you could compare. And, you know, that is more tangible. But, you know, it is creepy. You know, it looks evil. It has deep dead eyes, and it looks like it's staring at him, but who's to say that that place is even really abandoned? You know, there's really not much to go on. We'll leave it at that. Number 12.
This next clip was uploaded to Reddit by No Adagio 6743 and is titled Bigfoot Sighting, Ontario. While out boating on an unspecified lake in Ontario, No Agio 6743 claims to have caught footage of one of the most elusive creatures there is.
Bigfoot sightings captured by some boaters. I'll play it through and then I'll zoom in on the subject and then play it again at full speed. At normal speed, forwards and backwards. I didn't want to zoom too much. I didn't want it to get too pixelated.
As the boat approaches the shore, a large figure can be seen walking quickly over the bank of the lake into the trees. The figure appears to be abnormally tall in size, and its colour and movement seems to be more befitting to a gorilla than a human. The footage, which was uploaded to the subreddit Bigfoot, has left Redditors stunned, with many believing this to be an actual sighting of Bigfoot itself, judging by its size, movement, and colour. But what do you think this could be? Is this irrefutable proof of Bigfoot? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, so again, paranormal is anything not normal, so Bigfoot would fall into that category, even though that, you know, they could possibly exist. The reason why it's a question today is because how come there hasn't been any, you know, tangible, you know, body recovered. You know, I'm sure that there are many hunters that, you know, walk around with their, you know, ready to hunt, and, you know, there's really, you know, it's still a question. That's where I'm gonna, you know, say it's still a question out there. Why are there people still trying to prove Bigfoot? If there are so many sightings, if there, you know, how come we haven't, you know, captured one? Or, you know, I mean, you know, that's a harsh word to say, but yeah, like, you know, it's still a question. Bigfoot is considered as a mythological creature, or even a cryptid, or something like this, you know. And it's not just Bigfoots; it's Yetis, Sasquatch, and all of this stuff. So, yeah. This also falls into what I was telling you guys earlier about my buddies out in Australia with the podcast, The Shadow Files. check them out. I'm on there all the time also. So, you know, they actually like this kind of stuff. And I believe that's very soon. Today is the 27th. I believe at the end of March. I'm recording at, you know, March 27, 2024. So I'm not sure when I'll be uploading this video, but we're supposed to interview a Sasquatch, you know, hunter personnel. I'm not sure how he would like to, you know, categorize himself, but we're going to interview him on the podcast. So yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting. Number 11, The Shadow.
Ghost hunting channel Near Shadows decided to return to an abandoned house where they'd previously been taken to while playing the infamous Rando Nautica game. For the first part of the video, the group make their way through the old abandoned house. However, when they reach the basement, they capture something rather strange on camera.
I say we go down there.
It's actually more sturdy than you would think. Except for when you get to this last...
You sure?
Yeah.
I didn't grab my flashlight, I forgot.
We did not come to the basement last time.
One person at a time.
That was interesting.
Did you catch it? While Jeremy is down in the basement, a mysterious shadowy arm appears to move by the door at the opposite end of the basement. Eagle-eyed viewers were quick to point out this mysterious shadow reaching around the door, but is it something paranormal or just a trick of the light? Let me know.
That's
just a trick of the
I'm not sure that's the trick of the light though, because at the moment he's kind of you know, you could see that he's aiming upwards, up towards the stairs, I guess, to light the stairs for whoever's going to come down, but that is moving way too fast for it to be the flashlight, because he's almost holding it still. If anything, it's moving extremely slow, but he's technically speaking, due to how fast this arm, I'm gonna go like this because, you know, we never know, this arm is moving, is not coinciding with the movement of the flashlight. So it's very interesting.
Arm appears to move by the door at the opposite end of the basement.
Yeah,
Eagle-eyed viewers were quick to point out this mysterious shadow reaching
It was
around the door,
catch.
but is it something paranormal or just a trick of the light? Let me know.
Yeah, very good catch. I like that one. Oh, number 10, you guys. Jesus, I almost lost count there. But yeah, we're gonna call it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this, please help us out for, you know, for the algorithm, for us, you know, to grow and to keep on doing this for you guys to enjoy. So make sure you hit that like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.